5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Team's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. You're using up your reserve time.
Templar Assassin. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
We're going to take a look as we see the Earth Spirit. He's going to have, it's going to be played by Kaka. U9 is going to be on the Juggernaut, and then KP on the Magnus. For the other side, for LGD, Yao on the Warlock, Victoria playing the Nyx on that Lena, and then over on top with the Troll is going to be Ame, and then finally off lane is going to be Old 11. Axe, very team red. Works out. U9 gonna spot Old 11. They both turn away and then they move back in. Think about it. They think otherwise. They think maybe back away. So
30 seconds
equal.
to battle.
No fighting from either side. They're just gonna stick to their bounty runes for now, and not really that these lineups have anything crazy to go up. I would say if Newbee did have the Crystal Maiden, they could go in, but without that, I think both teams are just going to sit back, try and grab their bounty runes, and that'll be that. KP's going to come up top, maybe look to go for something, but not the best approach up against Victoria and Ame. He continues to move forward to try and grab it, but there's the Impale, and KP's not going to get that bounty rune. It will be 2 apiece. Take a look at how the lanes will set up. Kaka is going to be here with the Earth Spirit with U9 and follow that up with Faith. They do have the opportunity for kills down here with the Rolling Boulder as well as the Kinetic Field if they can land it with the Blade Fury. Going to be up against both Old 11 and Yao, so let's see if the Shadow Word's going to keep Old 11 alive if they do go in. And then over mid, we're going to see maybe on the Lena up against SCCC on the TA. And then up top, we do see Victoria on the Nyx with Ame up against KP. So we take a look over. There's the Thunderstrike. They're actually not going to go with the Kinetic Field. They're going to strike down Old 11's health a little bit and force out the Shadow Word of Yao. And it doesn't really cost too much mana. He's got 350 to start. Has a Clarity in his pocket. And can continue to heal up Axe as much as he really needs to. The odd thing is they didn't go with the Kinetic Field, and Kaka's here with the Rolling Boulder. I feel like with the Kinetic Field they could get themselves a nice early kill. But now they're going to go for the Kinetic Field later, maybe hope for a level 2 in the Blade Fury, and that might be where the opportunity comes. Over mid, SCCC. I'm not too sure how I feel about this Templar Assassin up against maybe. Of course, you can use that meld, but then you're immediately hit by Light Strike Ray, and you know where they are, so Dragon Swift can come out as well. Templar Assassin might struggle before Kaka and Faith do make their way over. So Rolling Boulder comes in. Yao not going to be in line of it. Trying to cancel out that Clarity, but Kaka a bit too far off. They know that. Oh.
What have we here?
So we'll have to see if Faith as well as Kaka make their way over mid. It would be interesting to see them make that rotation, try and go in with the Kinetic Field as well as the Rolling Boulder, but they'll probably wait to get themselves Boulder Smash, which should come out for this Earth Spirit soon now that he is level 2. Faith, he's level 2. He has that Kinetic Field opportunity to go in on Old 11 bottom, especially now that Yao's not with him. So we'll have to see if they go for this. They have the Thunder Strike, but backing off his Old 11. He'll go all the way to tower as the creep equilibrium is more forced towards their tower up over here on bottom. 11 pretty safe for the time being as he's not pushed out too far, and the Rolling Boulder has really no chance from Kaka.
Good night.
But he continues to move over, and now Yao is there with the Shadow Word. That is completely botched in terms of a Rolling Boulder. And now Old 11, he continues to work with that counter Helix, striking away at both Faith and Unite. They need to hope they can find a Rolling Boulder. They actually miss again, but they do get the Kinetic Field. The Thunder Strike's going to hit on Old 11. The Shadow Word really keeping him healthy and still at about half health. Doesn't have a call to really lock down these heroes back on Newbee, but keeps himself in lane, and actually the heroes on Newbee back off. Take a look up top as the Impale comes out on Victoria. KP just trading shots with this Nyx. Not too sure why my audio is synced, but for that eventually.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Old 11, he's just going to continue to farm, and with that, you know, we see that if Yao's nearby, has himself that Shadow Word, it's really no fear of Old 11 getting taken out. He's level 4. He's got himself some nice health early on, 840. And the counter Helix makes anybody on Newbee a little bit hesitant about going in. Take a look over. Yao and Old 11 just going to continue to farm away bottom. They do have Faith and Kaka for the side of Newbee. But at this point in time, maybe they think about going over mid. You might want to wait for Faith to get level 3 so they can get that glimpse, just so they can get him back into the Kinetic Field. But at this point in time, I'm not too sure anybody down bottom for LGD is in that much of trouble. And Kaka going to be spotted. Over 11, he does have that Battle Hunger. Here comes the Rolling Boulder. Kaka going to get hit by that counter Helix, and now the Thunder Strike comes through as well as the Boulder Smash. He might be in a little bit of trouble. Here comes the Kinetic Field, but they're not going to be able to get themselves anything, and the Shadow Word comes out. Old 11 still sustaining his life. You know, I know he'll take a couple of pot shots at Old 11, but knows he's not going to get that kill. So, Both sides of this lane seem about pretty even. We take a look up top. Ame kind of controlling this up against KP, who's backed himself off and come over towards this secret shop jungle. Doesn't have an Iron Talon to work with, but he does have Shockwave and Empower to really clean up these creep camps. So he comes back over top in this off lane as much as he can, but Ame here with the Nyx might give them a little bit of trouble. We'll look towards bottom as Kaka comes in again here with Faith. Battle Hunger's out on Faith. If they can work with the old 11, they might be able to find themselves an early kill, but another rolling boulder missed by Kaka. No boulder smash to follow it up. They know they're not going in for a kill just yet.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
This Earth Spirit has been really missing the mark with these rolling boulders.
First blood.
Meanwhile, actually, bottom dive way deep. Victoria comes through with maybe, and they get first blood out on KP. Thought maybe something would happen over bottom. Instead, happens deep past the tier 2 up top. It's, you know, quality camera work once again. Even more frustrating for me time and time again. Kaka just gonna deny himself to neutral creeps, heal himself back up. That takes him out for 20 seconds.
Blessings.
See if that's really just to regen himself or if that was just a mistake. I didn't see it, so I'm telling you. I actually thought he was coming over mid to maybe go in on this Lina, but now over here is maybe in Victoria, so SCCC has to watch out.
The hidden ones grin.
Here with Victoria, they've got the sentry ward to make sure that he's not spotted once he does get Vendetta. And he'll place a ward up. High ground to make this a bit easier, but now Kaka's come in, he's full health, full mana, and does fill up this bottle for SCCC. And actually with that, he'll take the trip back towards bottom. Old 11 going not too deep here, but he is again protected by Yao, who's got that shadow word for him. Take a look over at U9. He doesn't have that Omni Slash just yet, but the Culling Blade is available for Old 11, so if they can get themselves a nice call, they might be able to take him out, as well as the Fatal Bonds. The Culling Blade is there. They get themselves the kill. So now Battle Hunger comes through. SCCC is here. Trap's not going to hit. He's looking for the Culling Blade and not going to land, but now the Shadow Word is out. Not going to keep him alive. And Yao sticking around with the upheaval. Maybe not the best of moves. There's a Rolling Boulder that's going to hit. Kaka going to get credit for that kill on the return. So they do get a kill on the Juggernaut, and it gets turned around, and to die on LGD, Newbee making it very much worth it for SCCC to make the rotation bottom. Very nice move over by this Templar Assassin. It's a big boost to the net worth there, and 8 minutes and a half into this game. We'll take a look over at the net worth, and leading is going to be Ame on this troll. Stomach's killing me, I'm sorry. Ame gonna continue to farm here. Troll Warlord doing as much as he can. He's level 8. And actually heading towards bottom is Victoria as well as Maybe. They're gonna come over bottom, try to get themselves a kill on this Juggernaut, but he's already backed himself up into the trees. U9 getting himself out of vision and out of harm's way. Ward that spotted the rotation of the Lina over here. CCC is going to farm this stacked ancient camp, get himself a little bit boost in that farm. We saw that last game with the Sven on Newbee. He was continuing to do that as they had nice stacks on both their ancient camps. Take a look. SCCC is going to heal up with that shrine and then head towards me again. Meanwhile, Kaka is going to fall to Maybe just up top. We just spotted out, and that's going to be the death of him. And we take a look over mid, where I think they might make a move, but everybody's kind of backing off on LGD. Sword get themselves a nice 100 gold for Faith. Vendetta yet for Victoria. Trying to actually get this ward. U9 comes over, he'll deny it. No 100 gold for you. AP just continuing to farm. He's got himself that RP. He's looking for the early Blink Dagger, and his farm is going to be pretty nice with the Empowered. Despite sitting back at 2,800 net worth, he's only behind the Juggernaut on his team in terms of cores, but he's behind the 3 cores of LGD, so that's a little bit of trouble for him. They're going to want to work well with this RP, get that Blink Dagger as quickly as they can. Meanwhile, down bottom, Old 11's going to fall to U9. See if they continue to go for more on Victoria.
Someone better help Dyer's middle tower.
So over mid SCCC, he's going to hit away at this mid tower, bring it down to half health. He's got the Fatal Bonds out on him. Should go away eventually with the creeps dying in front of him, and he'll continue to work towards this tower. Victoria not level 6, no Vendetta, so there's no surprise there as he continues to push forward over mid. That'll just push back this Templar Assassin. He'll go back towards this Ancient camp and continue to just farm it up. So U9 gonna farm up as much as he can. See what he's going for next. Is he gonna be picking up that Yasha, eventually get that Mantisile in his farm? He's really gonna pick up with KP once he does start handing out that Empower after he gets himself that Blink Dagger. That's where really he starts sitting as a team. Once he has the ability to go in and get that Blink RP or Blink Skewer.
Blessings.
Dyer's bottom tower needs some help.
And gold are linked.
Now the Vendetta finally there for Nyx Assassin. They're going to go deep on KP.
Dyer's
Options are
bottom
coming in
tower
as they
is
do
under
get
attack.
themselves a scan. Faith not going to show himself just yet. Nyx going to back off as KP's hidden in the trees. It looks as though they're not going to go in too deep for this, despite getting themselves the first blood out on KP in this exact spot earlier. They're not going to go in for more. Smoke on Faith? No.
Axe chops you down to size.
U9's gonna fall to Old 11 and themselves a 4th kill, but here come the big rotations. They're gonna get the traps as well as the boulder smash, and then here comes the static storm. Old 11 might be in a little bit of trouble. The light strike array is not gonna hit on anybody on the side of Newbee. They're gonna continue to come in. Here's an RP as well as the chaotic offering to follow it up from LGD. Old 11 still alive. He's gonna continue to move on forward. Kaka's gonna get that rolling boulder. Yao's gonna be the next one to die. They'll take out this golem, or at least attempt to. They're not gonna get it, and they're gonna continue to chase on Victoria, who is dusted up. It's a 2 for 1, not 2 for none. Missing every kill right now. Can't focus. So U9, use that Blade Fury. Victoria still just standing by with that Vendetta. Here comes a nice intel to stop him up as Ame comes in. He's going to try and get this kill on U9, getting very low. And now SCCC, see if he can turn this around on Ame. He's got that trap as well as the Meld Strike, but U9 is not going to survive this. And now he's glimpsed all the way back into the kinetic field. They're going to continue to hit away, but Old 11, he's there with the call. Ame getting very low. The Impale is there, but Ame will fall first. Yeah, I was going to continue to move on forward. He's got himself that Shadow Word. The Meld Strike is there, but they've got the Sentry Ward coming in from LGD. They're going to continue to work, and there's the kinetic field. The call is going to miss. The upheaval is there, and the traps are going to slow them even more. And Newbee are going to back off. I am reading chat. It's not because I'm going to go to the bathroom. It's because I have Crohn's. And that is...
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So SCCC does survive that, looking for a Blink Dagger, just 20 gold away from grabbing it, and that's going to be a bit of mobility coming out for the Templar Assassin, and really what they need to really keep themselves mobile around this Axe, around this Troll Warlord, and hopefully around this Vendetta of the Nyx. But meanwhile, for LGD, we took a look over the Troll. He's got himself that Yasha and the Phase Boots. Pretty good for him, and Axe, he's got himself that Blink, looking for the Blade Mail next, and we did see that Blink come over that exchange bot.
Not much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower.
LGD, they're gonna give up this tier 1 over mid. Vendetta from Victoria just try to grant them some vision, but sitting a little bit further back as Newbee. They've already taken this tier 1 over mid, and there's not really any reason to continue on forward.
Radiant's bottom tower's got problems.
Follow that up with what Lena has, trying to go for that Bloodstone early, and with the farm should maybe have it around 20 minutes. But the farm for Newbee with the Magnus is going to start to break away from LGD. Newbee can really start to do something with this Empower, start to do something with the Blink as well as the RP. They can start to work on LGD and slowly but surely wear them down. Team fights should be a little bit easier for them with the RP. They're going to look in with maybe to try to get that Light Strike array, but blinking out is going to be KP.
Top tower. It looks like Dire fortified their structures.
So
Dire's top
LGD
tower is under attack.
working on this mid tier 1. They'll take a mid tier 1 in return. Not sure why you're taunting the rock there, but why not? One of the better sounds in the game, and Light Strike array to get that little bit more of damage, or attack speed, not damage. Now Newbee, they'll look to counter with smoke, so they're gonna come on over, baby, and try to get a couple of kills out on LGD, who are out in their jungle. The ward is going to be there, and now they're going to be spotted out. So let's see if they make the full rotation over. They're actually going to head towards Roche instead. They've got the minus armor from this Meld Strike from SCCC. With U9 as well as Faith, they should be able to take this Roche out pretty quickly under the noses of LGD. Boulder Smash comes in. There's the Blink with the call. He's going to land onto this Juggernaut. They're going to continue to go in. There's the Static Storm as well as the Kinetic Field, but that's going to be a whip coming out from Faith, and now they're looking chase on LGD. If they can get themselves in a nice Blink call, that should be a return kill. There's the Blink with the call. They're going to get the Yules out as well on the TA, who's going to be able to blink out, and now Faith trying to run away with the Battle Hunger, but this might turn around LGD. They might have found themselves a little bit too far in. There's a big RP coming out on 2, but the Chaotic Offering is going to stun that up for just a moment. Ame's going to try and run away. There's the Laguna Blade to pop out that Aegis, but getting glimpsed on back is Ame, and they'll take another kill, and it's a 2 for an Aegis. Let's see if Newbee can continue to work on forward. They get the Rolling Boulder as well as the Dust. The Geomagnetic Grip's going to come on through, but they're going to miss the Boulder Smash. But still under that Sentry Ward vision is Victorious. Going to be hit by that trap. It's going to be healed up to full health, and now they're going to continue to work with that Meld Strike. They get the glimpse back. The Spike Carapace is going to slow up a couple of these heroes on Newbee and actually deter them from continuing to go on in. So Newbee, they take a couple of good kills there in the early goings of that fight. They do lose the Aegis, but that sustains them long enough. Take 2 on the side of LGD. Really lose any. They thought for a second they might get this Nyx as well and get themselves a 3rd. But getting 2, getting the Axe as well as the Troll Warlord is enough. So see what LGD can do to kind of find themselves back into this game. We take a look at the net worth, and it's not really back into this game. They're only down about 1,500 net worth. It's really not much to be too worried about, but really, again, where it comes into play is there's the Empower out on Newbee, out on this Juggernaut, out on the Templar Assassin, which Templar Assassin doesn't really need it, but with the Juggernaut, U9 is going to be farming up at a much faster rate. So U9 has the ability to push so well, now already has himself that Mant style farming up so well. And we take a look over at KP, who had that nice RP. He's going to be going actually for a Midas, despite having Empower for himself. So pretty greedy from the Magnus altogether. Look over actually up top. They get the Magnetize out on Victoria. He's going to try and TP out. There's the Static Storm. Let's see if they can get the Boulder Smash. Not going to land it. So they use the Static Storm, and they're not even going to find themselves a kill. Kind of depressing if you're Newbee.
I'll take that as tribute.
So now they look over towards bottom. They're going to continue to work in. There's the Fatal Bond's going to try and skewer himself out and try and find himself some space. Goodbye, trees. Deforestation at its best. KP being hit up with that nice Yules, and now able to blink out and TP away. when the Light Strike Array. They don't kill on KP. Misgank or miskill attempt from Newbee over top towards this Roach pit. A missed kill from LGD bottom. It equals out. It's equivalent exchange, and this is no longer Dota, but Full Metal Alchemist. So, Newbee, again, I mean, I can't reiterate this point enough, where they have this ability to farm so well with the Empower. They have the ability to push out these creep waves and continue to put the pressure onto LGD, but it doesn't look as though LGD are going to start to worry. They actually look to find themselves something with the Impale, but they know that Victoria is there as the sentry wards are placed down for this Nyx. Gonna get themselves the Impale, look for more, possibly a call on Kaka, but he's in the middle of the trees. There's the Light Strike Array, as well as the Laguna Blade coming in from maybe that'll get themselves the kill. So very nice, very easy for him, and pushing out these lanes is KP with the Empower. Now he's been caught, and the Skewer's gonna open him up some spaces. He's been slowed up from that Battle Hunger. Here comes the Fatal Bond as well as the upheaval to slow him down even more. He's gonna be forced to use that RP, and blinks out in time. Light Strike Array again not going to hit on KP, and he finds himself an escape, but forced to use that RP, which is, I guess, a silver lining for LGD. So, it's alright for LGD to force out that RP. That'll give them some time to farm, as that'll deter Newbee from really going in for some fights. They really want to work with that RP to get themselves a couple of kills with the Empower out on the Juggernaut. But with that, Newbee, they'll be content to just push these farms out and continue to farm, and it's just as bad for LGD, who might be the ones who want to force some aggression towards Newbee with this opportunity of not being against an RP.
What have we here?
Are those cracks in Dyer's top tower? Dyer's structures are fortified.
Top, they're going to continue to push. SCCC, double damage, and a Desolator. He's looking for that BKB next. I'm not too sure if LGD are going to want to take that fight. They'll probably have to concede that top tier 2, and they will. No reason to really go in on that. That is not a safe play. Actually, up top, Kaka. Rolling Boulder, you might be in a little bit of trouble, Kaka. There's the Yules. Can you line up the Light Strike Array this time? There it is. Glimpse on back, but Laguna Blade's already there for maybe. And get themselves an easy return kill on Eco Spirit Kaka. So actually blinking in is going to be Ame. He's going to skewer himself out as KP. Wow. Bit of aggressive play from LGD. Blink in, just trying to get the blind skewer out from KP is enough to open up some space and really run away from Ame. And it's, you know, sometimes a gap closer and sometimes a gap opener. Exactly what the Magnus needs to get away from a bunch of these heroes on LGD. Get slowed up by Battle Hunger to skewer away. Evil, skewer away. Wants to go in on the team, skewer it. But he does have the blink, so he can blink, RP, skewer back. So here comes a nice rolling boulder, as well as the boulder smash to get the Omni Slash through onto Ame. That'll be an easy kill for Newbee. They spot out this troll. Now they'll look to push this bottom tier 1 and possibly even get themselves a tier 2. Again, just the pushing rate with the Empower. More than enough to take out this tower very quickly and work towards getting a tier 2.
Shattered to little pieces.
So Newbee, they're going to continue to work on this tier 2 bottom. LGD waiting in the wing. They're possibly looking for a nice blink call as well as a chaotic offering. Trying to turn it around would be Newbee on the RP. But let's see what they do. Let's see how this fight works out. He's gonna possibly come in from behind. Old 11 thinks about going in with the blink call. He actually blinks in. There's the he might be in a little bit of trouble. Here it is. SCCC blinks in with the Yules, and now he might find himself a little bit too far out, but there it is. RP comes out on Old 11, and now they're looking for more. They got the Desolator and the damage coming in from Templar Assassin. That'll be one kill going the way of Newbee over LGD, and now it looks as though this fight's a little bit disoriented for LGD as Yao. He's been caught out with that Boulder Smash. A couple of shots from SCCC will take him out. The buyback's going to be forced out from Axe. They're going to BKB on SCCC. I keep saying his name. He's just the Templar Assassin. He gets the Metal Strike out on Victoria, and now the blink call is going to be out on the Templar interception. They get the magnetized out on Old 11. He's looking for that Culling Blade, but it's not going to be there as he's already gotten himself a kill. So they do finish off that killing streak, but the magnetized, it's going to take out this axe in the shrine, just barely saving the life of this Nyx. Continues with the Butter Smash coming out from Kaka out onto this troll Ame, but he's going to blink on forward. He'll find himself another kill on the Earth Spirit, and it will be a triple kill for Ame. So we take a look, and that is a 3-for-2 buyback forced out on Axe. He actually had dieback on him, so the gold exchange, not really too much there for LGD, but a lot of gold going the way of the troll who had just been picked off over by the ancient camp he's farming now. So Ame with that, he's looking for a BKB. He'll only be about 200 gold away from that. Ame, S and Y, Phase Boots, Blink, pretty effective and pretty destructive already. And meanwhile, U9, that was Omni/used on Yao. Use your imagination for that one, because we were talking about Troll Warlord at the moment and missed out on that kill. Just maybe trying to farm away, and we take a look as the Bloodstone, 16 Bloodstone charges, very good for maybe. Again, of course, you don't want to lose those Bloodstone charges as quickly as you gain the item, and putting it up to 16 is a nice way to sustain the regen that comes with it. So maybe next, looking for that Shiva's Guard. Not too far off of it, about 1,700 gold. We take a look in. Ame looking for the second Roche of this game, trying to get it under the noses of Newbee, but they're here, and they are ready with the smoke. Got the RP ready to go. It's going to be taken out. There's the RP out on Ame, but here comes the Dragon Sword. They're going to get the Euros out onto KP, who might be in a little bit of trouble. They're not going to throw that Chaotic Offering just yet, because they don't have it. The Laguna Blade's going to take out KP just to start this fight out. Under the Static Storm is going to be LGD, but they've already taken out another in the Earth Spirit, so they take out 2 on Newbee. They are going to be magnetized up, but Laguna Blade finishes off Kaka, and it's a 2-for-1 trade, and they might look to continue to move on in and get this Roche. Don't think Newbee have enough to really find themselves anything, but they do have that trap spotted out, and I don't think they're going to risk it, and LGD will claim this second Aegis. So actually going to glimpse him back there, DPL out on Faith, and Spike Harp is going to stun up this Juggernaut who might be in a little bit of trauma. Ame's here with the upheaval. Mantis Style not going to get him too far away. You're not going to try and run out with that Blade Fury, and it's with the Shrine enough. Now the Melt Strike comes through on Ame. Light Strike Ray is going to miss on SCCC. And now it looks as though on the retreat is going to be LGD. Come in real deep under that Tier 3 tower. They almost get the Juggernaut. And just surviving is U9. They're actually looking to turn this around. They're going to look to get a kill on Yao, and they will with the Shockwave. That is crazy work there for Newbee just to get that Juggernaut out. Try and activate it at the right time. There's a Blink Call as well as the Whirling Axe is coming through from Ame. They get a nice Light Strike Array on too. They get the Laguna Blade to clear up Kaka. And now U9 going to use that Blade Fury to just back up. The BKB's popped by SCCC, and there's the call, but Ame getting very low, as well as the Omni Slash falling through. They're going to pop that Aegis already. Victoria's going to have to try and run out. They get the kill on Old 11. They're going to get another one on maybe. Here it comes, the second life from Ame. He's going to pop that BKB. They get the Impale out onto SCCC. He's not going to survive this onslaught from Ame. So now, maybe, just maybe, Ame can get himself another kill onto this Juggernaut, but he's under the Static Storm. No kinetic field to lock him in, but he's still silenced up. KP's still going in. There's the Whirling Axe. It's not going to be enough to avoid the damage from the Score as well as the Thunder Strike, and they'll get the kill on Newbee and clear up this Troll Warlord one more time. So, yeah. So we take a look over Newbee. They've got themselves a 4,000 net worth lead and about a 6,000 net worth lead and a 4,000 XP lead. KP is going for that Shadow Blade next. We take a look over at the Luna. Does not have that Shiva's Guard just yet. Oh man, it'll be even longer until he gets it, as that courier's been taken out. Shiva's is gone for 3 minutes. Look at, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought with that courier taken out. We take a look over at the Axe. Got himself that Blade Mail as well as the Blink. He's looking for a BKB of his own. Ame still dead, looking for the Scotty next, and maybe going to be without that Shiva's Guard. And I was looking at Lena, who's going to be picking up that next. No Axe coming out for this Nyx, who was a 4-position Nyx, so you don't really see Ag too much if he can't really get it from like an Alchemist or get that boost in Fawn. Take a look over at Newbee. SCCC got himself Desolator as well as the Dragon. Alright, we actually take a look bottom though. Laguna Blade's gonna finish off Kaka. Take him out for 45 seconds, but meanwhile up top, Newbee are gonna push this tier 3. So no rotations coming out just yet, and as I say that, here comes maybe, but it's a bit too late. You've lost 3/4 of the health on this tower. Newbee continue to push the creep wave in. They force the rotation back, and LGD kind of between a rock and a hard place. Huntington this farm by about 6,000. Kind of needs these next items coming in. They're not going to have the Shiva's Guard for another minute. And with that, they'll probably get Ags around that time as well for maybe, which is very nice. Let's see what they can do to follow it up. U9. In a battle against this Axe. Axe, not Ags. And Axe will just TP out.
What have
19-16, a nice lead for Newbee, continuing to work on forward. Diffusal Blade, Manticile, and now Scotty coming out next for Juggernaut. Does have the gold for it. Let's see if he just goes off and gets it all together without that buyback. Might put himself in a little bit of trouble, so he's probably going to want to farm up. He does have the Empower to really farm up efficiently to hold on to this gold and make sure if he does lose a fight, he does have buyback. And let's take a look over at Optimate, still looking for that Scotty, and then still Courier's holding on to that last piece of the Shiva's Guard for Alina. So maybe Old 11 just over mid, trying to protect themselves from the illusions that are coming in from the Juggernaut. It's really hard for LGD to make some good movements. They really should be relying more on Victoria, who's not really scouting out that much of vision for them, and maybe they'll just smoke up as a team and go in for a couple of kills on Newbee, especially there is no Aegis out on their team. Over Victoria, just going to continue to scout. Meanwhile, up top, U9 is here with Kaka to take out this tier 3 backdoor protection. He's going to protect that for now. Not going to use that Yules just yet. There's the blinking, going to miss the impale, and now he's Yulesed up. There's the boulder smash. Spike Carapace will stop up Kaka for just a moment, but KP, he's looking to set up with this Shadow Blade.
Better help Dire's middle tower.
And actually, by setup, I mean he'll go the other way. And Newbee will retreat. Just as though they were looking to maybe make something happen up towards this top tier 3, but instead they rethink it. They'll clean up this creep wave with U9 again. Maybe reset and go for it one more time. Finally, the Shiva's Guard is out, as well as the Ags for Lina, which is pretty nice. 13 Bloodstone charges, not too shabby either, but meanwhile up top again, this tier 3 continuing to get chunked down by U9, forcing the rotations time and time again of LGD. Can't really sustain themselves outside the base for too long, otherwise they risk giving up their base.
a gift from the tempest of battle?
That's really where the problem arises for LGD. They want to be able to get this farm, but at what cost? Take a look over bottom. There's the smoke. They're going to look in with the blink call coming out on SCCC, and now they're coming in with Kaka. Kaka might be able to turn this around as he gets the Yules out onto this Lina. Maybe there's the Magnetize followed up as well. There's the BKB as well as an RP out on 2. They've turned this gank around. They're going to get themselves a second in maybe. They take out Old 11 as well as this Lina. And it's a 2-0. They don't even get the Templar Assassin. And a huge turnaround for Newbee. None of those heroes have buyback. So a solid effort there from LGD. Just wasn't enough. Newbee were ready to go. Kaka came in with the Yules. Slows down the Lina. Gives the opportunity to this Templar Assassin to get that BKB off. And then We're going to get those 2 kills and swipe them on up. And from there, they continue to push. So they're going to push out this creep wave once again. They look towards top, and now SCCC, he's going to force staff himself forward, Hurricane Pike himself, to avoid the impale coming from Victoria. He'll grab the tier 2 mid as well. Have the Vendetta looking over Newbee. Trying to get that attack speed up. There's the Shiva's Guard. The Rolling Boulder is going to be out as the Scotty hitting away from Ame. They've got themselves a nice impale as well as the Rolling Axis. The Light Strike Array comes out too on the Templar Assassin. They'll get themselves the first kill with the Upheaval. KP is going to be slowed up just enough for them to not get this kill. They will get the kill. And now they're actually looking for more. The Yules comes out on both maybe as well as Faith. They get the Omni Slash out to clear up Victoria. Now into the Static Storm. He's going to be in a little bit of trouble. The Whirling Axes with that blind. He's going to have to deny himself. And now the Chaotic Offering comes down on the entire side of Newbee. They're continuing to work. Ame trying to make something happen with the BKB. Only a couple seconds left, and now he's going to try and retreat. There's the Kinetic Field. It's going to hit on Yao, and still trying to turn it around is Ame with the Whirling Axes. At least just trying to keep the blind up on them so they can't take out any more heroes than LGD. But they're going to get themselves Yao. They're going to look for more in Ame. Here he is. Ame going to be silenced up by the Geomagnetic Grip. There it is. Rolling Boulder from SCCC, and he'll get the double kill. This time taking out Ame, and he'll be the 4th victim of LGD. Now 93 seconds without their troll. So with that, should be Aegis and Cheese going out for Newbee. No Troll Warlord for 75 seconds. And with that, Newbee should commence the final push. Ags almost out for Faith. U9 and SCCC will push top. See if they can finally get this. They got this tier 3. And also let's see if they can finish off this game too. Themselves to a 2-0 lead. LGD, they're gonna try and hold as best they can. They've got the upheaval, but not going to stop the range of SCCC as he continues on in. Will hit this Rax, and now he'll look for the melee Rax. Nobody coming in just yet. They don't have the Chaotic Offering for another 50 seconds, so that's really frustrating. They do get the Impale, looking for the Blink call, but the RP waiting in the wing and waiting in the ready for this Magnus. And with no Chaotic Offering, counter the RP, and LGD, they're just going to have to let that Rax fall.
I'll take that as tribute.
Money to burn.
So Newbee, they take themselves out their first full set of racks. This time it's going to be up top. And LGD, they found themselves down at 15,000 net worth as well as 15,000 experience. So it's a tough hill to climb if they think they have any chance of getting back. Problem is, this push can come out from distance from the Templar Assassin. And LGD, there's really not much they can do with it, about it. And they don't have that chaotic offer. So old 11. You gotta hope they get that blink call as well as the chaotic offer from the Warlock, but it's hard to set it up well enough. So many things here for LGD. Possible to turn it around well. It's true with the Laguna Blade if they can get it out on Templar. Somebody's got that Aegis, so it's not really going to matter. Let's see, is this going to be a 5-man smoke, a last-ditch effort? Yes, it will be.
Oh, that's nice.
Here it comes. There's the blink in with the Impale actually hit on 2. The Boulder smashes out onto this Nyx. The Light Strike Array is going to stun up this Templar Assassin even more, but now Silence Up is going to be this Nyx Assassin. They're going to continue to go in as SCCC is going to try and get that kill. Meanwhile, on the back end, they're looking for 1, they're looking for 2, they're looking for 3. They're going to get Troll, an Axe, and a Nyx. And now they're looking for more in maybe. He's going to be stoned up by Bags of Kaka, and they'll lock him down just enough and get the kill. So 5 die. It's a full team wipe. Troll Warlord is going to buy back. Lose none on Newbee. Now the buyback will be there from Melina, and they got to continue to try and hold one more time. That smoke did not work for LGD. So we're going to work on this bottom tier 3, and with that, they'll just call GG. They know they have no chance of winning off this game. There's the Yules as well as the Stewart. They're going to lock down once again and get this kill on maybe. It's now a 2-0 lead for Newbee.